I'm Anthony from Charlotte Speed Shop, and you're watching Hot Rod Madness.
Welcome to Hot Rod Madness, where we believe that every car has a story. Whether your car is a ground-pounding, tire-smoking street machine or a trophy-winning classic with blinding chrome and paint, Hot Rod Madness wants to hear your story. Who knows? Maybe your story will inspire future generations to dream, build, and own their own classic rides. Here to bring you those stories is the host of Hot Rod Madness, Tim the Milkman, along with the Hot Rod Madness crew. Welcome to Hot Rod Madness. Let's head to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the 48th annual Charlotte Auto Fair. It's the largest collector vehicle event in the Southeast, covering 4 days with hundreds of vendors, auto auctions, and attractions. It's the Charlotte Auto Fair from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mike, how are you, man?
Doing good. How about you?
All right, dude, we're out here targeting some cool customs, man. And here's another exotic custom. Man, I understand this here is a Factory 5.
Factory 5 GTM.
Factory 5, that's all you got to say, you know, in a certain part of the world, because people are a big fan of the Factory 5 builds, man. And
That's true. I mean, they're famous for their Cobra builds, and they
Yes,
came out
sir.
with a one-off design with this GTM, and a lot of
yeah.
people have jumped on the wagon there.
Oh, yeah, what's the story on this one in the body type, man?
Factory 5 came up with their own design that took cues from a few different cars. I mean, you can see Corvette in it, you can see GT40 in it. You know, it's just, I think they blended those aspects pretty well. It's confused with a Ferrari all the time for whatever reason.
Yeah, you know, from a distance, you're thinking Ferrari, GT40, what the heck is it?
Right.
And then you step up and ask Mike what it is,
Right.
and you get the whole spiel about the Factory 5 design. That's awesome, man. It's a beautiful body.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it wraps the car, and it's nice, sweet curves on the car, and the paint shows up real well in them, and it's nice. I love it.
Man, so you as a customer from Factory 5, you would say the overall build is quite well designed and put together, right?
I do. I believe that what Factory 5 does is gives people the opportunity to decide how they want to build their car
Okay.
at an entry point that most people can afford to, if it's something they wanted to do.
Yes, sir.
And then once you're into the build and you get a feel for what it's going to cost to do this or that, and then you can make your choices and decide, okay, where do I really want this car to go?
Okay.
And obviously, I went a little bit past that.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
I had a design, and I stuck with it. And basically, I wanted the body of the car to be what Factory 5 puts out and what their design was, knowing that I was going to go over a little bit on the interior, splurge a little bit there.
Yeah.
And we did.
Okay.
Everything inside the car is custom, one off.
Wow.
The dash, the console, the seats, everything was made.
Nice.
It didn't exist.
Yeah.
The cluster, the instrument cluster was from a Porsche Turbo, and I sent that to Classic Instruments and had them regut it, and just refit everything with movements in the instruments that would work with the GM computers. And once they did that, it gives you a perfect OM look, and it works beautifully with the rest of the car.
Yeah, can we pop a door and see that? Okay. Yeah, pop that one over there. See if we can get the camera guy in there. Gotta check this out, man. It's always a pleasure to see what people put in these Factory 5s. And if you notice, the total car, the height of this car is amazing. It's only waist high. It's only waist high. You gotta crawl into it. Such an elegant design. And once again, here with the interior, the power plant, you can put anything you want in these things.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little trapped for room inside the car, so you got to be careful where you go with the seats and whatnot. I'm 5'11", and I'm tight in there. So anybody taller than me in this particular car is going to stretch, right?
Yep.
Because of the seats. The seats that come with the kit sit a little bit lower, and you would fit in it fine.
I was gonna say, man, what about that headroom, Mike?
There's not much.
There's not much.
There's
Yeah.
not much.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fun once you're in it. It's nice and everything fits around you. And
Yeah.
it's,
Oh yeah, I'm looking at how far off the ground your butt sits, opposed to where the shifter is,
yeah,
and you're reaching up
it's comfortable.
to yeah. Okay.
Because your elbow's down at the bottom, and you're basically just resting your arm on the console itself.
All right.
You're just moving back and forth.
That's fun, man. That'd be real fun. So I get like 30 laps around the track with it today?
Afraid not.
No, afraid not.
Nice try though.
Well, it wasn't my best try. Maybe I'll hit you up later.
Yeah, it could.
Right now, let's talk about that 6-liter, dude. What did this come out of, or did you buy it brand new?
I bought this new. It's a crate engine from GM Performance.
Okay.
It's a 6-liter LS2
Yeah.
Corvette spec, and it puts out about 405 horsepower and about the same torque, 400 pounds of torque.
And the weight?
2,300 pounds
Wow, that's-
scaled out. Yeah, the way the card designed, you got about a 55-45 split on the scales, and it's perfectly balanced for what it's
Nice.
used for. It's very stable.
Wow. That makes for a sweet road car. I mean, golly, the thing.
It'd be a great track car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any plans to put it on the track one day?
I might get on a track once in a while just to be on a track and see how it feels, but nothing serious.
I probably wouldn't raise it that much myself. Love how the exhaust comes right out the butt there. Look at that.
Yeah, Kooks did a good job. They came up with their own design for the GTM to tuck in some short header pipes and a catalytic converter and then a cross pipe that really gives it a nice sound,
Okay.
and it looks good.
All right. Got the Factory 5 stamped right on the cover.
Yep.
Man, way to go.
Yep.
Well, all right, Mike. Man, I appreciate you showing it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, and this week's episode of Hot Rod Madness is sponsored by Smoky Road Rod Shop, the latest in aluminum bed flooring. How you doing, Studley?
Good. I'm Gary Studley.
All right.
This is my daughter.
Kim Studley. Nice to
Gary
meet
and
you.
Kim Studley. This is a father-daughter project y'all got going on, and it's really more than a project, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We build complete cars.
Yeah.
We do turnkey cars, front suspensions,
Wow.
fiberglass bodies. Yeah.
Man, what a cool facility y'all got going on here, man. And what do? You sell them? You build them? What do you do, Kim?
Well, I just do the car shows, and then I work in the body shop and the paint building a little bit.
all right.
She does good paint work. She
Oh,
does
yeah, she
excellent paint
paints.
work. She does. yeah.
Nice. All right. Cool.
it.
Okay. From what I understand, you guys specialize in fiberglass bodies.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
do y'all have the molds? Yeah, y'all make the bodies?
We do. We build Model A's, 32s, 3s,
Yeah.
4s, 37s, and
Okay.
Corvettes. We build the bodies ourselves.
Oh man, you got the mold for the Corvette bodies.
We do.
What years? And how many?
58 to 63 Corvettes. Yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I could imagine you sell those things like crazy, right?
They do.
Yeah.
They're a big seller. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this A model cab. Walk down here. Let's check it out. I'm looking at the A model cab here, going. It's a little bigger than normal, so you've had to do some modifications to it in the mold. What is it, stretched out here?
We stretched it 10 inches.
Mm-hmm.
The doors are 3 inches longer, and the body's
Okay.
7 inches longer to give more room for longer adults.
Yeah, interesting, because the hot rod guys out there in that world, they're all looking for more headroom, more leg room.
That's correct.
And
Yeah.
that's what you've done. You've given it to them.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes it a lot more comfortable in there.
It does. It sure does.
Man, I'm looking at a chop top. That's a serious chop top there. How chopped is it, Kim?
What is it, chop? Maybe 6-8 inches?
6 or 8
Mhm.
inches only? It looks like it's pancaked. I mean,
Yeah.
that thing is really low.
I love that finish.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, that is cool. Makes for a super hot rod, buddy. That is tough. Now, who comes up with the design for these? Y'all
Kim usually does.
Hey,
Kim's
Kim.
Kim's very good at that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got a real good eye.
All
Yeah.
right. You come up with a design and you paint them too, don't you?
I do, yes, sir.
Wow, all right.
That's the only thing I do.
Okay. You got the state-of-the-art paint booth for these bodies?
We do, yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That would be really cool to cover one from start to finish
Yeah.
on how the bodies are made.
It's neat because we start out with just a mold,
Uh-huh.
and then when we say made in America, it's made in America.
There you go,
It's
folks.
all USA,
All right,
so you
cool.
don't have to worry about it being Chinese. And
Nice. All
So-
right. Made in America. There you go. Okay, rolling chassis. You do all the suspension work?
We
and
do.
the
We,
frame?
we got frame jigs. We build the front suspensions. We've been doing that since the late 80s.
Okay.
Everything's tubular A-arms, coilover shocks.
Yeah.
Well, we build the complete suspensions and frames.
All right.
Yeah.
And you got quite a display on the tables as well. These are all the accessory parts that you can provide for the hot rods.
We do. Kim's got it set up where every piece
Yeah.
can be bought as a package.
All
Yeah.
right. Electric fans, the gauges, coilovers, they got it all here. All right. Studley's Independent Rods. There you have it, folks.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Hot Rod Madness. We invite you to check back soon as Tim the Milkman checks out more awesome rides from the 48th Annual Charlotte Auto Fair. From all the crew, thanks for watching Hot Rod Madness.